This is an absolute disaster for the Bills. News just came out of one Bills drive, and it cannot be any worse at a worse time. So let's talk about it all right here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar, and we are so close to Buffalo Bills playoff football, but there's only one issue. 73% of you guys who are watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, join the army here at Bills Digest to stay in touch with all your latest Bills news, because we got you guys covered from wall to wall. And now, like I said, guys, this is a disaster for the Bills. We just got some big news of a key player at a key position being injured. But before we get into that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Before we get into today's video is brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is the US's largest prediction market. On their platform, you can trade yes or no on real life events, sports, elections, really anything. If you're in California, Texas, New York, anywhere across the country, Kalshi is live in all 50 states. If you're a sports fan, trade on game outcomes, playoff chances, player performances, all on a regulated market, and you can cash out at any time. For me personally, with the NFL draft around the corner, I am trading heavily on Fernando Mendoza to be the #1 overall pick. And a sneaky good trade for myself right now is in the MVP conversation. I am trading heavy, yes, on Matthew Stafford to win the NFL MVP. I think that the trade for yes right now is great value. And you can sign up for yourself in the description down below. Use Digest NFL in the app to receive a bonus $20 when you trade $100 or more. So download the app, and thank you to the guys at Kalshi for everything. Now let's get back into the video. Now, like I said, guys, this could be an absolute disaster for the Bills. In the final send-off to Highmark Stadium, the Bills had a key player re-aggravate an injury at a very key position where the Bills have had issues in previous weeks and potentially did cost them a game against the Philadelphia Eagles. That being Matt Prader is hurt. This is very problematic for the Bills. As we just saw in the Steelers and Ravens game a few days ago, a kicker is very crucial and could be the difference in a win versus a loss. We saw it with the Bills against Philadelphia. Now we just saw it with the Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A kicker is needed. Matt Prader has been money for the Bills this season. He did injure his quad a few weeks ago, was out 2 weeks with the injury. The Bills brought in former Indianapolis Colts Badgley. He missed an extra point in the Philadelphia Eagles game, which would have had the Bills tied. Instead, he missed it. The Bills were down by a point in the final drive, the final play. Instead of going for two to tie it because they didn't really trust the kicker, the Bills went for two, missed it. That potentially cost the Bills the 5 seed and a chance at a home field playoff game if they went on to go to the AFC Championship as a 5 seed, and a 6 or 7 seed went there. Now the Bills have Matt Prader out, potentially out. The Bills knew this at halftime. McDermott said the Bills were told at halftime that Matt Prader could no longer go. Says teams will see how it goes tomorrow. We have had no injury updates yet from head coach Sean McDermott, but we do know post-game that it was due to his quad injury, and Prader was unable to kick for 2 games due to the quad injury. Matt Prader is the oldest player in the league at 42 years old. The Bills should have probably rested Prader for another week. I think I see where they were coming from. They wanted to see if Prader can get through a whole game with this injury. Well, the worst outcome was that he re-aggravates that injury. At 42 years old, it takes longer for the body to recover, and I don't potentially see the Bills having Prader against the Jaguars on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Now we go back to the drawing board of a potential list of kickers that the Bills could potentially go out there and look at. Now, the list is very interesting. You got former All-Pro kicker in Justin Tucker. You have Matthew Wright. You have Younghoe Koo, formerly of the Atlanta Falcons. You have Schubert, you have Dustin Hopkins, a former Buffalo Bill, you have Matt Gay, you have Cade York, you have the guy in the practice squad, you have Badgley if you want to go that route, but you kind of already see what you had in Badgley with that loss against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I don't see Badgley as an option. You could bring in Tucker or Young Hoku. The Bills did bring in Young Hoku to go up against Badgley in their workouts. Badgley ended up getting the job, so maybe they go the route of Young Hoku. Now these percentages are just their kicking percentage. Tucker could be an interesting one, like I said. Dustin Hopkins could be also potentially another guy to look at. Matt Gay was pretty good on the LA Rams. But again, some interesting options that are out there. The Bills are going to be looking at something for the kicker position. It'd be nice to have Tyler Bass come back off IR, but I potentially don't see that happening. Be on the lookout for maybe a Young Hoku to work out. Maybe they bring in Justin Tucker. That could be very interesting to have Justin Tucker come back in, be the kicker for the Bills during the playoffs, because again, we saw a kicker is very, very important because it can be the difference between a 5 seed and a 6 seed, the difference between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs in the likes of the Baltimore Ravens. And again, there's going to be crucial kicks in this playoff run. The Bills want to make it all the way to Santa Clara in February. They're going to need a kicker they can rely on. So it will be very interesting to see what the Bills do if they bring Badgley back. I would probably nix that. I don't think that's going to happen. It probably could be potentially Young Hoku. I would go for Dustin Hopkins, former Buffalo Bill. Justin Tucker obviously has all the other off-the-field stuff. So, again, I don't see the Bills really bringing him in. They could. He's got playoff experience. He's got experience kicking in the cold, kicking in a lot of these climates where the Bills could potentially have playoff matchups. But again, with the off-field stuff, I don't see that potentially happening. I think it's probably going to be Young Hoku or Dustin Hopkins, or it could be Matt Gay. We'll see what the Bills do. I have a feeling they're going to be working out kickers all week and trying just to find someone to have some continuity. I don't see Prader coming back, but again, who knows? We don't really know. We'll have some more information later this week, so keep an eye out for that. But I want to hear from you guys below. What are your guys' expectations of who the Bills could potentially bring in to kind of replace Prader for this long playoff run? Is it Tuck? Is it Young Hoku? Is it one of these other guys? Is it Badgley? Does Tyler Bass potentially maybe come off IR? I don't see that happening with him having the surgery. Or maybe Prader pulls it out and does come back to play against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I just don't think at 42 years old that is a potential opportunity for the Bills or for Prader. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys' thoughts are. Who do you guys think the Bills will bring in? We'd love to hear from you guys as always. On top of that, if you are not subscribe down below. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and we appreciate every single one of you. The playoffs are right around the corner. They got a matchup this Sunday, so we got you guys covered all week with all your latest Bills news. So stay in touch and subscribe down below. We appreciate every single one of you. As always, on top of that, like I always say, guys, subscribe, stay in touch, stay informed, and go Bills.